Welcome, Tailgate Legends, to the semifinals. Here we go. There are currently, in the championship bracket, there are currently 4 teams left. And in the burnt out bracket, also 4 teams left. So it's going to be a wild, wild week. Last week, we had Lemish beat the dog shit out of fucking Whitey, man. Damn. 154 to 94. So Jamar's attacks goes down, and really tough break. I mean, Whitey, you have a really good team, really strong team, and everybody, I mean, nobody really shit the bed. A couple people, but everybody on your team just decided to have a really, really subpar, mediocre week. So super unlucky there. And then conversely, Lemish he has some dudes blow the fuck up. He all around just had a really solid week. So, it's a little bit unlucky. And a little bit, Lemish just had a better team. And then the other matchup in the championship bracket, Lemke, Crafty Yak and Cheese, also beat the dog shit out of Shit the Bed Fred out of Prusky. So Prusky makes it to the playoffs for the first time in a while, and can't do anything with it, but still made it. So congrats, bud. And then in the burnt out bracket, we had Sam and Co. took out Boggs 125 to 110. That was a little surprising. I thought Boggs was going to take that. I thought Boggs had a really good chance. But Sam and Co.'s team is so good. Lamar Jackson can put up a 50 burger any day of the week. And then Pump and Munch beat the dog shit out of Ricky 2000. I mean, other than, Sam beating Boggs by 15, the rest of the matchups were just blowouts. So that leaves us in the burnt out bracket with Sam and Co. playing Shearer, Pump and Munch playing Cheeseheads with Attitude. Yeah, man, that's crazy. And then up here in the championship bracket, we got Lemish playing Burns, and we got me playing Lemke. So all I'm going to do this week, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to do my breakdown of the matchups for this week, give my predictions, and then be on my way. Yeah, let's get her started. All right, I'll start with Sam and Co. playing Sheer. Let's go. So whoever wins this game is guaranteed a top 2 pick. So it's a decent amount at stake. Yeah, let's go. So wowzers. Okay. So quarterbacks, here we go. Sam and Co. has Lamar Jackson against the Steelers. That could go either way. However, Shearer has Jameis Winston currently in his lineup. For those of you who might not know, Jameis Winston is benched this week. Super sad news. I love Jameis Winston. I mean, he should get benched, but I fucking love watching that dude play football. But yeah, he just throws interceptions, just pick sixes all day, every day. So the only quarterback on Evan's roster is that he can play is CJ Stroud. So I'm assuming Evan is going to get CJ Stroud into his lineup. But CJ Stroud plays Saturday against the Chiefs. So I also don't like that matchup, but I'm obviously going to take Lamar Jackson in that head-to-head matchup between him and CJ Stroud. And that might not even be close. I don't know. Chiefs defense is, obviously still really good. So, and then Sam has Nick Chubb in his lineup, but I thought, yeah, Nick Chubb is out for the year again. So Nick Chubb is not going to be in his lineup. I don't know who he's going to put in there. Roma Dunze, Demario Douglas, Tank Dell, Michael Pittman, Jalen Warren, Roshan Johnson. I don't know. He's got Najee Harris in there, who's also not that good. Najee Harris is having actually a decent year, but he's not like a fantasy stud or anything. And then over here, Evan has Jahmyr Gibbs and James Conner, and I really, really like both of those matchups. James Conner plays against the Panthers, and Jahmyr Gibbs plays against the Bears, and the Bears defense hasn't been great the last couple of weeks. So I don't care who Sam puts in his lineup. That's a huge advantage for Evan, is having James Conner and Jahmyr Gibbs. So, and then receivers, we have JSN, Jackson Smith in Jigba for Sam and Co. against Josh Downs, taking JSN there. Drake London against Amon-Ra St. Brown. I'm taking Amon-Ra St. Brown. And then Michael Wilson. And then Evan has two fucking tight ends in right now. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Kittle and McBride, and both of those tight ends are pretty good against Michael Williams and Michael Wilson and Mark Andrews, and that could be pretty close because Trey McBride and George Kittle are both pretty good. This is a really good matchup. Yeah, this is a really good matchup. I am gonna take Sam and Co here. I think the biggest difference, the quarterback. Everybody in this league knows, like, dude, your quarterback can win you a week alone. You know what I mean? It's just the way it is. So I really like Evan's running backs, and I really like Sam's two receivers. I think I don't know. I kind of like Trey McBride and George Kittle more than Mark Andrews and Michael Wilson too, though. But I think everything kind of washes, and I do think this matchup is going to come down to the quarterback play, and I just don't think that C.J. Stroud can do enough against KC, So I'm going to take Sam and Co. I got to do it, man. But Evan, I mean, Jahmyr Gibbs might go out there and get 25, 30 touches and just get you 30 or 40. You know what I mean? It could happen. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing here. So on to the next. Okay, now we have Pump and Munch against Cheeseheads with Attitude. Yacht against Landon. Again, whoever wins this is guaranteed a top 2 pick. Let's go. Okay, here we go. We got Russell Wilson against the Ravens. Ravens' pass defense has not been that good. Yacht has Bo Nix against the Chargers. Chargers kind of got their asses kicked last week, but they still have the number 1 scoring defense, or number 2 scoring defense now in the NFL. So I think that could be really close. I am actually going to take Bo Nix here, though. Bo Nix still been playing good. Yeah, and Russell Wilson doesn't have George Pickens again. They just ruled him out, so I really don't like Russell Wilson here. Yeah, ugh, that stinks. Okay, running backs. Yacht has Chase Brown, who has been a fucking fantasy stud, against Rico Dowdle. And Rico Dowdle's been pretty good, but I am going to take Chase Brown there. Then we have Bucky Irving against Tony Pollard, and I don't know, that's a tough match. That's a tough one because they're both pretty good. Yeah, those ones could go either way. That's close. And then we have DeAndre Swift for Landon against Devontae Adams for Yacht. I think Devontae Adams comes back down to earth. I don't think he does what he did last week, especially against the Rams. The Rams have like 2 of the top corners in the NFL. So, but I am going to still take Devontae Adams to outscore DeAndre Swift. But I don't see him having a huge day again. And then we have Jerry Jeudy for Yacht against Romeo Doubs. Let's go, Romeo. Let's go. I am going to take Jerry Jeudy here, though. Maybe. Fuck. It could be Dobbs, though. Fuck. I don't know. With Jameis Winston getting benched, like I just don't see Jerry Jeudy doing what he's been doing. So I don't know. We'll see. I I don't know. I'm going to take Jerry Jeudy. I'm going to take Jerry Jeudy here, but man, Dobbs going to have a really good week. And then we have Devontae Smith for Yacht against DK Metcalf for Landon. And I am going to take Devontae Smith there. DK Metcalf's against the Vikings. The Vikings defense is so good. And then Pat Freiermuth against Cade Otton. I think I'm going to take Pat Freiermuth there. But I think it'll be close. This is going to be a really good matchup. I am going to take Yacht here. Yeah, I'm going to take Yacht here. I think he wins by, 10, 20 points. Yeah. I don't know. Landon just doesn't have enough juice. Just ain't got enough juice. Yacht, he's got Chase Brown, Devontae Smith, Jerry Jeudy. He's just, not everybody on his team is going to blow up, but he has players on his team that can and probably will have good weeks. Landon, I just don't see enough of that. So I'm going to take Yacht here. Okay, and that's it for the Burnt Out Bowl. Now, for the stuff that we care about, championship bracket. Here we go. I am excited. Kind of. First and foremost, we have Lemish against Burns. This is an amazing matchup. I'm looking at it right now. This is going to be fun. This is going to be really fun to watch. We have Sam Darnold against Jalen Hurts. And that matchup is going to be closer than I would think, than I think anybody would think. Because Sam Darnold is actually putting up fantasy points. And Roofer, you remember that Sam Darnold and Josh Allen bet we made, all right? Sam's coming. He's coming to fucking save me, all right? He just needs 8 years of this. And he needs Josh Allen to have a season-ending or a career-ending injury, all right? Those two things happen. I got you, buddy. Okay, so Sam Darnold against Jalen Hurts. I am going to take Jalen Hurts there by a little bit, but, Sam Darnold, he can light up the Seahawks here. We saw Jordan Love do it, and, the Seahawks defense is good, but they're not great. Conversely, however, Jalen Hurts is against the Commanders. He lit the fucking Commanders up last time. So Jalen Hurts can also have he could put up a 50 burger any week. And if there's ever a week to do it, it would be this week. Okay, let's keep going. Now we have Devon Achane. He plays the Niners. Niners defense has come on the last couple weeks against Zach Charbonnet. Zach Charbonnet plays against the Vikings. Again, I don't know the status. Actually, here it is right here. The status of Kenneth Walker. Zach Charbonnet, his fantasy performance is completely dependent on if Kenneth Walker plays or not. If Kenneth Walker plays, Zach Charbonnet is probably going to have a good game. And if he's not going to have a good game. And if Kenneth Walker doesn't play, but I think I heard that he is going to play. So I'm trying to look here. There's a snowstorm right here, and that's all funky. Okay, but either way, I'm going to take Devon Achane there. Next, we have Chuba Hubbard against Ramondre Stevenson. Ramondre Stevenson's playing the Bills, and Chuba Hubbard's playing the Cardinals. I'm taking Chuba Hubbard all day in that matchup. Jonathan Brooks is hurt. He's out for the year. Ramondre Stevenson, he's good, certainly not great, not as good as Chuba Hubbard. I'm definitely taking Chuba Hubbard there. Next, we have Kenneth Walker. He plays the Vikings. Mike Evans plays the Cowboys. So I'm going to take Mike Evans there. I think he has a good week again. But, man, Kenneth Walker's so good. I don't know. That's tough because, after the way you've seen Zach Charbonnet play the last couple of weeks with Kenneth Walker out, you would think that they would try to split that time a little more when Kenneth Walker comes back, but you never know. Okay, next we have Justin Jefferson against Seattle. and AJ Brown against the Commanders. So this is kind of cool because we have Burns has the Jalen Hurts AJ Brown connection, and Lemish has the Sam Darnold Justin Jefferson connection. Super fun, right? It's just super fun. So the Vikings play the Seahawks and the Eagles play the Commanders. Both are pretty good matchups for those offenses. I do think the Commanders' defense is a little bit worse than the Seahawks, but conversely, I think that Sam Darnold is a much better passer right now than Jalen Hurts is. Dude, the Eagles almost lost to the fucking Panthers, and like Jalen Hurts hasn't been I don't think he's passed for more than 200 yards in a while. I could be wrong on that, but it's something weird like that. But yeah, I don't know, man. Fucking Justin Jefferson. I would feel so much more confident in my team right now if I had Justin Jefferson on it. Oh gosh. Fuck me, right? Okay, and then last we have Malik Neighbors for Burns. He's going up against the Falcons with a shit quarterback. And then Garrett Wilson is going up against the Rams. Again, the Rams just have two of the best corners in the NFL. I'm going to go Malik Neighbors there, but I don't think either player, puts up huge numbers. Like Malik Neighbors gets targeted a lot, and he does get some catches, but like 10 catches for 100 yards. He had something like that, 10 catches for 80 yards and a touchdown or something like that last week. I think that's pretty much his ceiling. And I kind of think that's the ceiling for Garrett Wilson too. And both of them kind of have pretty low floors because of their quarterback play. So yeah, but that might be the X factor, is those two. You know what I mean? Like one of them has a dud, one of them has a really good week, and that's the difference. And then we have tight ends. Lemish has Travis Kelce. Burns has Jake Ferguson. I am obviously going to go Travis Kelce here. Who knows? Maybe you see one of those Travis Kelce games. You never know. It hasn't happened in a while. He had a kind of an okay run there for a little bit in the middle of the year, but he just hasn't been doing much. So I am going to take. Man, this is such a good matchup. It really is. Like it legitimately is a really good matchup. But I am going to take Lemish here. I'm going to take Lemish. It's really going to come down to those two matchups, Philly against Washington and then Minnie against Seattle. I think it's going to come down to that. But Sam Darnold and Justin Jefferson right now are connecting so well. They're on a heater right now. I don't feel like Hurts and AJ Brown are on the same level right now as Justin Jefferson and Sam Darnold. So I am going to take Lemish in this one. I think Lemish wins it by a hair. Obviously, two very good teams. Both of them could go the distance. Either of them can. But unfortunately, only one can make it to the championship game. We'll see. All right, taking Lemish. Last but not least, we will take a look at my matchup. Me, Tainted Love, against Kraft Yak and Cheese. So I am going to preface everything I'm about to say by saying there is no doubt in my mind that I am going to get boat raced this week. Like, I am going to get my shit pushed in. That's just the way it is. My team is in shambles right now. My matchups are shit. Yeah, Lemke has advantages all over the board here. And I don't feel like I even have a chance here. So let me break it down for you. Josh Allen against Jordan Love. Josh Allen is on the heater of all heaters right now, and he plays the shitty Patriots. Josh Allen is going to put up 50 points against me. However, I will say that I do believe I genuinely believe that if he started no quarterback, he would still beat me. I genuinely believe that. I have Jordan Love. Here's the problem. My options are Jaden Daniels or Jordan Love, right? And I'll let you into my head a little bit. I really have nothing to lose by telling you, there's really no strategy. It's just like picking, the lesser of two evils. I have Jordan Love. The problem with that is he has Christian Watson and he has Tucker Kraft. Now, right now he has Jonnu Smith in his lineup, but if he were to start Tucker Kraft, that almost eliminates Jordan Love. You know what I mean? Unless Jordan Love throws 4 touchdowns, right? Because Jordan Love has to keep up with Josh Allen. The rest of my team isn't good enough. The rest of my team is not good enough to outscore the rest of his team, which means Jordan Love has to score just as many points as Josh Allen. So if he starts Christian Watson and Tucker Kraft, and he has Josh Jacobs, I now need to start Jordan Love. I need to have Jordan Love have a really good game while Josh Jacobs does not have a good game. But he can have a good game, but he can't have a good game throwing to Christian Watson or Tucker Kraft, 2 of his favorite targets. Fuck me, right? But it gets better because my other option, because it's like, well, then don't start fucking Jordan Love. Okay. Then I start Jaden Daniels, who plays the goddamn Philadelphia Eagles, who are right now the number 1 scoring defense in the NFL. The last time the Commanders played against the Eagles, I did start Jaden Daniels. I lost that week because Jaden Daniels put up 16 points and Terry McLaurin put up 2 points. So I got 18 points out of 2 of my best players. So I don't think starting Jaden Daniels is a very good option either. However, it might also be the only way that I can beat him. You know what I mean? Like, it might actually be strategically the only way I can beat Lemke is by starting Jaden Daniels. But I also need to start the players that are going to put up the most fucking points too. I'm in a bind here. I'm reeling like a motherfucker right now. So that's it for quarterbacks. Like Josh Allen against Jordan Love, I'm obviously taking Josh Allen. Then we have Bijan against Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs is also on a fucking heater of all heaters, while Bijan Robinson doesn't even have his fucking starting quarterback. All of a sudden, Kirk Cousins is benched, which I don't care if Kirk Cousins throws interceptions or not. Bijan Robinson plays pretty well when Kirk Cousins is the quarterback, and now they have a rookie quarterback. Fuck me. You know what I mean? They're playing against the Giants, which is a good matchup, but it's not going to fucking mean anything when they're stacking the box with 8-9 fucking people against Bijan. You know what I mean? So I am just like all out of sorts here. I'm taking Josh Jacobs over Bijan there too. Then I have Aaron Jones going up against Jonathan Taylor. That can be close. Jonathan Taylor needs to get in the end zone. He has not gotten in the end zone in a while because of this, dude. And you drop the goddamn ball at the goal line, you should be cut from the NFL. Cut from the NFL if you drop the goddamn ball before the goal line. What are we doing? It is almost 2025. This has happened like 1,000 times. How have we not learned? Especially Jonathan Taylor, you fucking bastard. So that's probably a wash. Maybe Jonathan Taylor can get Aaron Jones, but Aaron Jones is just too good. Then we have Kyron Williams going up against the Jets, and I have Nico Collins, which is awesome, but he's playing against the fucking Chiefs. So, obviously taking Kyron Williams there. I love Nico, and Nico can have a good game, but Kyron will have a good game. So, that's that. Now, I do have some options, but right now, my starting lineup that I have in there right now is probably going to be my starting lineup. Then I have Tyreek Hill against CeeDee Lamb. That's not even a question. CeeDee Lamb is going up against the Buccaneers, maybe the worst defense in the NFL. Tyreek Hill goes up against the Niners, one of the best defenses in the NFL. Obviously taking CeeDee Lamb there. Next, we have Brian Thomas Jr. He's playing the Raiders. Raiders defense is still okay against Christian Watson. I am taking Brian Thomas there. That is the first matchup that I believe I can win. The first one. And then last but not least, we have Brock Bowers up against Jonnu Smith. And I don't even know if Brock Bowers is going to beat Jonnu Smith. Jonnu Smith is playing so good right now. And it is a tough call for Lemke. Do you play Jonnu Smith or do you play Tucker Kraft? If you play Jonnu Smith, you have a chance at more points. But if you play Tucker Kraft, you're taking Jordan Love, basically out of play just that much more. You know what I mean? Because I need Jordan Love to score touchdowns, but they cannot be to Josh Jacobs, Christian Watson, or Tucker Kraft. 3 of the best fucking players on the Packers. So I'm in a really tough spot. The other players I could and might play, Isaiah Pacheco up against the Texans, Ladd McConkey up against the Broncos, and Terry McLaurin up against the Eagles. Now, if I do start Jaden Daniels, I don't think I can start Terry McLaurin then. I kind of have to hedge my bet a little bit. Like, hey, if I can take the risk for my quarterback to score, 15 to 20 points, which I think Jaden Daniels would still get me 15 to 20 points. But I cannot, if Jaden Daniels has another bad game, cannot risk Terry McLaurin also having a bad game. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I really want to try to find a way to get Ladd McConkey in my lineup. He's been playing so well, but I kind of need the upside of Tyreek Hill. I kind of need the upside of Nico Collins. I don't know. I mean, I have a lot of upside plays here. All bad matchups, though. And even Ladd McConkey plays against the fucking Broncos. Like, what am I supposed to do with this shit? So I'm obviously taking Lemke in this matchup. But we'll see. I don't know. I just have a hard time believing I have any chance in the world in this fucking matchup, dude. But, Lemke's got a great team. He's done a really good job building this team. So, yeah, good luck to everybody this week. And, we'll see how she goes.